Ever wondered what it feels like to swap the American dream for the French joie de vivre? Well, you're not alone. Every year, a number of Americans take the leap across the pond, lured by France's rich culture, picturesque landscapes, and renowned cuisine. They're drawn to a life steeped in art, history, and of course, a culinary scene that is second to none. So, if you're an American planning to move to France or just curious, stay tuned. Imagine living a life filled with leisurely lunches, scenic walks, and a slower pace. Welcome to the quintessential French lifestyle, where the emphasis is on enjoying life's simple pleasures. Here, work-life balance isn't a mere buzzword, but a way of life, deeply ingrained in the culture. In contrast to the American hustle and bustle, the French prioritize time for relaxation and recreation, cherishing moments over milestones. Meals are not just about sustenance, but an event, a celebration of togetherness. The French take time to savor their food, often stretching out lunches and dinners for hours. This contrasts with the American on-the-go eating culture, where meals often seem like an afterthought. The pace of life in France is certainly slower, more deliberate. It's about savoring the moment, whether that be a sip of coffee at a street-side café or a leisurely stroll in a beautiful park. Remember, in France, life is not a sprint, it's a leisurely stroll. While the French lifestyle may seem idyllic, remember, every rose has its thorns. Adjusting to a new culture can be both exciting and challenging. The first hurdle you may encounter is the language barrier. While many French people do speak English, it's essential to make an effort to learn French. Not only will it help you navigate daily life, but it's also a sign of respect for your new home. Social norms can also be different. For instance, in France, it's common to greet friends with a kiss on both cheeks, something that might be unfamiliar to Americans. Also, don't be surprised if a French dinner party starts late and goes on till midnight. That's the norm here. And let's not forget about the French attitude towards punctuality. While arriving late might be seen as rude in the States, in France it's often considered fashionable. So while you may experience a cultural shock, remember, it's all part of the exciting journey of becoming an expat. Living the French dream isn't all baguettes and brie, it comes with its own set of financial implications. As an American expat, you might be wondering about the cost of living in France. It varies greatly depending on the region, with Paris being the most expensive. However, it's worth noting that some costs, such as healthcare and education, are often significantly lower than in the States. Now, let's talk taxes. France has a progressive tax system, and as an expat, you'll need to navigate both French and American tax laws. It can be complex, but don't let it deter you. Opening a bank account in France is a straightforward process, and it's an essential step in setting up your new life. You'll need some identification, proof of address, and sometimes proof of income. While financial matters may seem daunting, with proper planning, you can navigate through them smoothly. When it comes to healthcare, France is renowned for its high standards. France's healthcare system is one of the best in the world. It's a hybrid model, with a mix of public and private providers, ensuring everyone has access to quality care. Now, let's talk about health insurance. In France, health insurance is mandatory. The state health insurance covers a significant portion of healthcare expenses, and many people choose to have additional private insurance to cover the rest. Registration can be a bit bureaucratic, but once you're in, you're well covered. And what about language barriers? Well, you'll be pleased to know there's a good number of English-speaking doctors in France. Especially in larger cities and towns, finding a doctor who speaks English is relatively straightforward. So, while healthcare in France may seem different from back home, rest assured you're in good hands. Living as an American expat in France can be an exciting, albeit challenging experience. We've journeyed through the vibrant French lifestyle, the cultural shifts, the financial aspects, and the healthcare system. The key takeaway? Preparation and adaptability are your best allies. Understand the culture, manage your finances wisely, and navigate the healthcare system effectively. Life abroad is more than just a change of scenery, it's a whole new world. Remember, life is an adventure. Embrace the change and bon voyage on. Are you ready to embark on your French adventure? The journey may be challenging, but armed with the right information and a spirit of adventure, you can make it an unforgettable experience. Make sure to do your research, plan your move meticulously, and embrace the cultural shifts with an open mind. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more expat guides and tips. We're here to help you navigate your new life abroad. So what are you waiting for? Dive in and let the adventure begin. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more expat guides. Au revoir and bon voyage.